Oh, everything's in the way. Okay. Hi, everybody. It's nice to meet you all. I'm the president. My name is Samantha Carrion, but you can just call me Sam. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm the safety officer. My name is Isaac.
Would
you
you like
can
to
call me Isaac.
And I'm the faculty advisor. I'm Paul Evans. You can call me Paul.
All right. Fancy. I got this off of Canva, so we're learning how to use Canva today. So today we're just going to be talking about like officers, elections that are going to be happening, funding, and then goals for the year. So in the Ski and Snowboarding Club, we have like a love for the mountains and the snow. You can join whether you're experienced or not. We will happily teach you. I was telling everybody at the involvement fair, if you guys saw me or saw him, we had a lot of people asking us, do you guys accept people that are not experienced? And we're like, yeah, sure. And then this club is just made for people to want to have fun during the winter. Attendance isn't required. If we have an event and you haven't come to a meeting, you're not going to be punished for that. You could just come to the event. I did have somebody come up to me at the involvement fair, and they asked, they're like, do you guys just do ski and snowboarding? Can we do like tubing or ice skating or something like that? So I was like thinking like maybe, haven't decided that yet.
I think that's where you go too.
Yeah,
So,
I also don't know anything about this place.
yeah, Round Top does have tubing, so if you want to tag along, that's up to you.
Yeah.
It's up to the officers.
I saw Round Top has really tubing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that looks cool.
Skating, no.
I don't think, yeah, I don't know anything. I know skating's in like New York, but
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's probably a skating rink around here. There'd be a skating.
Maybe.
Not skating.
that'd be pretty cool. That 100% a skating thing. Someone asked about tubing though, and I was like, that sounds pretty cool. I love tubing. I think it's awesome. So as I said, I'm the president. Our vice president is on the Zoom. And so is our treasurer. We do need a secretary. If any of you are ever interested in being the secretary, it's just you kind of put down like important notes during the meeting. So nothing I say because it'll be on the PowerPoints. But anything like students ask, anything that we need, you'll just write that down. So if you're interested in being a secretary, you just email me, you talk to me.
I'm gonna make a plug, and I hope you don't mind me chiming in.
I have not.
I'm gonna make a plug for some of these leadership positions, because this is a way for you to develop your resume. Right, this is a way for you to say, hey, I had a leadership position. It's totally club, but here's what I did as secretary. Here's what I did as president. When Sam turns in her resume and starts applying for jobs, that's gonna look really good on a resume. So it's an easy way for you to kind of build this leadership, build this resume. So it's a great thing to do.
I agree. I turned the camera towards you. I hope you don't mind. Yeah, so putting this stuff on like resumes and stuff is really good for you. Promise. That's at least what I was told when I became the president.
And I guarantee you're gonna have a job. What's your major?
Criminology.
Criminology. At some point, you're gonna be in an interview. And they're gonna be like, Ski and Snowboard Club? And that'll be a topic of discussion. And it'll be a launching point for it.
Yep. People really like diversity. I learned that once.
Yeah.
I also, if you want, we don't need this, but if you want to, a social media manager. So like YouTube, we have an Instagram. I need to get the information. We have a Discord. I'm also getting the information for that. I saw when I got the information last year, it was a whole Discord. That's how I found out about Vermont. And then there was another one, but I don't remember what it was. We have instructors. They're in the process of getting approved. They had to be AED, CPR, and first aid certified. I believe there's one this semester to get certified, which is all full. But next semester, there probably will be another. If any of you guys are interested in being AED, CPR, or first aid certified, it's very good to have just for yourself. And also for the club, like if you want to be a certain type of officer. And then we have advisors. We have David Williamson and Paul Evans. Yeah.
We're official.
Huh?
We're official.
You're official. So funding, we have SAF, SGA, and fundraising. SAF is paid by us, like students. So when we pay for a tuition, it goes into SAF, some of it. So at the leadership boot camp, I was told to take oh my gosh, I'm looking for a word. Oh my gosh.
There's some training in the gym.
Yeah. I can't think of the word, but we need to use SAF funding. So I can probably use that for like in-state at like Round Top. I think I can use it for out of state, right?
Yeah, so you can come up with an activity, we talked before about paying for lessons, so like if you don't have your own equipment. Maybe the SAF funding can pay for the equipment, the SGA can pay for a trip out west.
Yep.
And it's not gonna pay for everything, but it'll help support it.
Yeah.
So, but it'll help to pay some of the cost of lift tickets, rentals, lessons, whatever the officers decide.
Which also leads into fundraising. So if for some reason SAF and SGA funding does not cover the entire trip for however many people we can get, fundraising is a good way to do that. So we'll like have a meeting later on about fundraising, and we'll like spout ideas of what we want to do, what fundraisers are interesting, and that'll be the best way to like save money. So if for some reason a trip isn't funded, we can fund it ourselves. So none of us have to pay for it. It would be really nice. So the goals for this year are to do a few events. So I was hoping that we can go to Round Top a few times, and I'm currently in the process of trying to get an out-of-state trip for like winter break or sometime in the spring semester. That's in the works. I had a lot of people come up to me during the involvement fair upset that we were not doing a Vermont trip or any out of state. So hopefully that'll happen this year. We already discussed funding, but that's a goal for this year. We do have a ton of officers this year, but later in the spring, I know I'm leaving, so we will need a new president. So I'm not sure if any of the other officers are leaving, but if they are, we will need new officers. And then elections. This is the first year elections are being held by this club. We just became a club last year, so elections have not been held before. So that'll be fun. And then if you're interested in running, we'll discuss that later.
Is there a timeline for when elections have to be completed? For your bylaws or anything?
I haven't looked at them. I gotta be honest. I just know I wanted to do it in April because we end the semester second week of May. So in the beginning of April, we will discuss nominees. And then the second and third week will be elections. And then the fourth week we will announce who the new officers are, is what my timeline is. Do any of you have questions, comments, concerns? Anybody on Zoom have questions, comments, concerns? I can totally see that. Hold on.
So,
That'll be discussed like when elections happen, but if you are looking to be a secretary or like a social media officer, you can just come to me. It'd be great. Yes.
CPR and like first aid training you were talking about, where did you like find out information about that?
So I get sent the information about it by Adrian, she's like head of like all of the clubs. So she will send me the information, and it is my job to go out and send it to all of you. So whoever's interested, you have to sign up fast. Do not procrastinate like I did, because I barely got in. But if you get in, like, it's such a good opportunity. It's just, especially for just yourself, like if something happens around you outside of the club, you're just like kind of able to like help out. It's awesome. You do not have to be available for every meeting, but I am. I am available for every meeting. Yeah, meetings are not mandatory. You
No
don't have
membership dues, nothing like that.
No.
Relax. I mean, we're
Yes.
skiers and snowboarders.
Yeah. When I was looking at the Constitution, one of the things in there that somebody else had wrote was mandatory, not no. And I was like, which means we don't have to like meet all the time. We could meet like once a month. That's what I was thinking at least. So
Maybe even meet before we have a outing.
yep, which would have to go with meeting once a month because we have to discuss when we want to do. Do any of you guys know anything about Round Top? You know Round Top? Do you know when they start making snow?
Just depends on the season.
Okay.
I mean, it's all temperature based.
Okay.
You know, I mean, usually they try to open up like,
January,
well,
sometimes February.
oh, geez, I was thinking like, late December.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Last winter was pretty
Last winter was bad.
bad.
Last
Yeah,
winter,
last winter
terrible
was very
weather.
bad. Yeah, I only went there a couple times. So it just depends on on the weather. And when they can blow.
Cool.
And then even as far as organizing a trip to Vermont, though, that, you can pretty much guarantee for if you wanted to do it over break.
Yeah.
So, we're
They
fairly
always
long
grade snow.
break. Yeah, they'll have snow.
Yeah.
Pick something like in southern Vermont,
Yep.
You can look at transportation. With the SGA, you can look at funding for a bus.
Yeah. Well, so I'm working, his name is Nick. He has been messaging me, we had a call. He's helping Penn State University Park with their ski and snowboarding trips. And apparently he used to help us in 2019, right before we closed. So
Yes.
yeah, so he can help with that. Yeah,
Tuscarora. Right.
that'd be pretty cool. I have no idea.
Thanks.
Um,
Right outside of UP.
yeah, so he said that would be really good. So he's very talented.
Good.
And he said he can help with discounts, and then he'll give us like a general idea, and then we can apply for funding. So it's like a chain reaction. It's great. All right. Any other questions, comments, concerns? No? Cool. Vibes.
Thank you for doing all this.
I got you.
I mean,
Listen.
it took one person to kind of start it, so thank you for
Three.
taking the
It
initiative.
was me, the vice president, and our secretary, which I don't think he's here anymore. But yeah, that's all I have. Yay. Ooh, this was just an informational meeting, I gotta be honest, guys. Cool.
It's an official group, so you have to do
It
it.
is.
Times.
Have to. It
But it
Yeah.
allows you to apply for funding.
does. I'm so excited. We can finally be funded, guys.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
God.
just let me know what you want to